You're now listening to Fresh Out, the world's most dangerous music podcast on the OMG Network and rawcynic.com.
Yes, sir.
F to the R to the S to the to the O to the U to the T. That Fresh Out.
What's up?
What's cracking? What's cracking?
Back again and back again and back again.
What's good, man?
In the building.
We here, man. We living good. Just blessed to see another day and grateful to see you brothers as well as the audience. Shout out to y'all. Hit that subscribe button.
J Camp Negro P, what's good?
Man, chilling.
You in that fortress of solitude, man. I see you.
Chilling.
Negro
like that
P.
too, man. Of that Flint boy, man.
Flint Tropics, baby. I see
Flint
you.
Tropics, man.
Like we glad it ain't Flint, Michigan. You can't drink that water. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Power Father was good. LB, man. What's good, man?
Hey, man. Living good, feeling good, man. I'm gonna just start off with a shout out to my pops. It's his birthday today.
Oh, shout out to the Pop Father's father.
Yeah, for sure.
He's 69 today.
Yeah, my man. He made it to 69, man. He's doing good and strong.
Go, man.
You know what I'm saying?
So he need a few extra some of these, right? He need a few extra of these.
Hip Hop VCR in the building was good. Hip Hop VCR was going
shout
down.
out to Hip Hop VCR. Peace.
What's goody?
Peace to you, brother.
How's with the week been so far with y'all, man?
Well,
Busy, man.
Yeah, busy. Well, you know, all of those.
It's like that week or two before the summer starts, so it's like kind of like crazy.
You feel like it.
Yeah.
Feel like it. How you feeling, Iceberg?
Hey man, this is the thing, man. Like, you know, this week or this last 2 weeks, man, I'm just appreciative of my health, man. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, man. Shout
trying
out to good health.
Lose the fat, gain some muscle, hit that running, got that Debo bike. You know what I'm saying? So I'm rolling down the street. They hear me coming. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we good, man. This is the thing, man. People don't understand, man. Your health is just important as your hustle. You know what I'm saying? So
if not more important,
especially like, you know, after you hit that 35, 40 mark, man. It's like,
yeah, brother.
You want to add 10 years, you want to lose 10 years. You know what I'm saying? What you want to do?
Absolutely,
man.
And you gonna have to get one of them sus Diddy's one of them time too, just to check that prostate, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Look like you try to do that transition, bro.
Hey man, y'all learning my transitions, man. Y'all learning my transitions.
That segue
king.
Yeah.
If it's your first time here, man, it's Fresh Out Podcast Show, the most dangerous music hip hop podcast on the planet. We here live on the video. You can see it. You can hear the audio, man, on Spotify or music anywhere you want to. iHeartRadio. We got Bebo P too. Oh, and shout out to the sponsor, man. Go to rawthing.com. I think it's 30% now all site wide, man. So get your fresh joint. And Larry June, our guy Larry June, is actually on the team now, man. He's on the Carrots collection. So go check that out, man. But again,
shout
Bebo
out to
P,
June.
LB the Power Father, J Camp Negro P today.
Mm-hmm.
Not Bebo P, but Negro P.
Not Bebo P, but Negro P.
Yeah, man.
Let's be clear, man. Industry insiders, these dudes know what they're talking about. So every Wednesday, 9:30, we're here Eastern Standard Time, man, to give them some topics, man, and they give the best commentary. Joe Buttons, man, Charlemagne.
Fart on that.
Yeah, fart on all that stuff, man. These dudes are the best in the biz.
Wait, hold on. Hold on, L. Did your feelings change, brother? I thought
listen. Hey, man, I still
talk to the people.
I still enjoy my man Joe Buttons, but when you talking about Joe Buttons versus Fresh Out,
are we even
serious? This is, I mean, put him. Go ahead and throw. He might have just got out of the G League. He just got out of the G League. You know what I'm saying?
Versus who, brother?
I didn't hear what you were saying. It's only
I didn't either.
Here.
I didn't either. Joe Budden versus
speaking of poops, man. You know what I'm saying? If y'all see the emoji down there, we gotta talk about Sus Daddy.
Oh my goodness.
So this is the thing. Last week we talked about him signing a deal with Motown. Now they gave out a little bit more details, but it's still sketchy.
Mm-hmm.
Sus Daddy, basically talking about he's starting a label called Love Records. And it's supposed to be like an R&B joint. And just want y'all thoughts real quick on this move, because he was basically talking about ownership. And it's the first time, you know, you could do something as far as a black business, but to my knowledge, and maybe this is LB the Podfather situation, since you got the Detroit connections. Motown's not a black business no more, correct?
No, I mean it hasn't been for a very, very long time. I think since Berry Gordy gave it up. The 80s. So what they try to do is, and we've seen this over the years, is Motown usually tries to have a black man though as
figurehead.
Yeah. So they put them in presidents or vice president roles and stuff like that, because I think Neo had it at one time. There was all these people that were like the head of Motown.
You saying Neo and head, dog? Pause, man. They trying to talk about this Chrome Dome.
But yeah, there's been a bunch of them, but it hasn't had that same ownership. For a very long time. So yeah, no, this is not a black owned thing. This is not none of that.
Just real quick, what do you think about Diddy doing R&B and music again?
You know what? Like
he said nobody has an ear like him, by the way.
Well, here's the thing. Here's what we do know. Diddy does have a fantastic ear. Okay. Now, if we want to just talk about Diddy and if he has an ear for good music, then we can start to heap a whole lot of praise and stuff around. But that's not the part that's like bothersome or concerning for me, right? It's just more the way that he moves once he has discovered the talent or the talented song or the good song or whatever. He just moves in a lot of different ways in which I wouldn't want to move, and I wouldn't want my team to move in that way either. And to be perfectly honest, like with my son, like right now, Diddy was like, "Oh man, your son's the greatest. I got like $2 million in the bank." I'd be like, "Nah, man, keep it." Like he's just not dealing with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, there ain't enough money for me to get mixed up with Diddy, because too many things just go wrong, and one or two things is a coincidence, but this ain't no coincidence, man. This is the way that he moves is just bad, man, and I wouldn't want to put myself in that type of environment. And hey, that's just a shout out to everybody out here. Sometimes the thing that happens to you isn't necessarily your fault, but if you put yourself in that environment where something can go in that direction, then it is just as much your fault. You know what I'm saying? And that's what just happens with Diddy time after time after time after time, is that he gets people in these environments and then bad things happen. So yeah, nah, I'm tight.
Jay Kizzy, man, like can Diddy bring R&B back with Love Records?
Nah, man. I mean, R&B.
You literally laugh while saying.
Nah, I mean,
he's sus king though.
Yeah, I mean, R&B ain't went nowhere. So I mean, I don't know like what he's looking to discover. Like,
there's a
R&B,
ton of great R&B out here, man.
Yeah, R&B still doing this thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to me, the biggest issue is why did he make this move and just completely drop Bad Boy?
Ooh, like, is it Kofi in the background?
Hold on, Kofi in 9 minutes straight? Okay, all right, go ahead.
I'm just saying, like, wasn't Bad Boy black owned as well?
Yeah.
At least I thought.
Remember, Clive owns like 48%.
Ooh, okay.
So maybe he's like, I want to do something. Like maybe he's kind of catching on doing the Prince situation and saying, hey, I want 100% of everything. So I'm going to do what Biggie did and everybody else did to me, is basically do another thing, call myself Love, and come out with a new label with a struggle record label.
Hey,
but this ain't gonna make anybody like, oh man, did he got a new record label now called Love? Let me go ahead and cop everything that's coming out of Love. Like, no one is thinking on that level right now.
No. Mm-mm.
I would have more respect if, let's just say, Mary J or somebody cut an album on Bad Boy. Like, I would be okay with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but
have we even heard of any artists that are associated or even coming with
Well, right now he just signed
Danity Kane. Are they going
a singer or no the writer Stacey Barthel.
Stacy something. Okay.
He just signed her. She's like a mega writer. She was on the she sung on the Nipsey intro on that Victory.
Yeah, I mean she's nice. I mean that's a good,
she's like the new Kelly Price joint. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's a good first step, but
that's a starter. Yeah, that's a starter. You know,
you start with the writers, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And Diddy is smart about
I hear
that.
you, L. I hear you, brother.
But
yeah. Stacey
like,
something, and all that.
You know how every you know how
I was gonna say Stacey Abrams.
Yeah, that's hilarious. But you know every big company has a roadmap.
Yeah,
I'd be curious to see what Diddy's roadmap is. I mean, like when he is putting this plan together,
that roadmap is on a napkin.
You know how like even like with the NFL draft, they got like all the names on like the draft board.
Yeah, on the big board.
Draft. I wonder if Diddy got like. I wonder what his big board looks like. It might be like 3 names on there, a dartboard basically.
Hey, but hold on before you go in, Bebo P. Like, think about it, though. It's like you got all these dudes that are still popping, but they don't have no deals. So like Music Soul Child, what's that dude that sung "I'ma put you to bed"? Like you got
now
all
those
these
would be good moves.
Those
would be good moves.
Mm-hmm.
Those would be good moves because they're well known R&B cats too.
Yeah. Bebo go in though, man. You know what I'm saying? You the babyface assassin with the ladies, man, especially with the Jamaican joints, man. Tell us what's popping on the Bedroom Bullies playlist. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Look,
tell us what you're looking for, man, with Love Records.
L's doing all the laughing for me.
Beboppington Steel, what's going down? Man?
Oh man,
try not to see this. The idea was doing.
What's the finger though?
Oh man, that's sus finger though.
Yeah, that's sus.
What's your thoughts though, Bebo?
Yeah, man, give it to us.
This is.
Really?
I just don't see anything major coming out of this. Like
Jay Holiday, yeah.
I personally don't. Of course, we don't know all the details as they're limited. You know, outside of it, just him and the Stacey.
To me, that's the first red flag, man. That's the first red flag to me.
There you go, right there. You overhauled you overhauled your alias again. You overhauled Bad Boy to some degree. For the very first time, which Bad Boy was your baby, and we talked about that last. Yeah, that's his brand, and we talked about that the last.
It's like
time
MJ not having the jump man, bro.
Right. It is, and it's just not the same. And it wasn't that long ago that they had the Bad Boy anniversary tour. I mean, in the grand scheme of things. So ultimately, we talked about this before. You know, Bad Boy, you know, there's a possibility that it's just not a solvent company. And the whole black, the whole black talk of black ownership or whatever. Okay. Yeah. Meanwhile, Mace just did a diss track against you, what, a month or so ago? You know, and hasn't received his publishing. In fact, you got your response to him about why he didn't get his publishing yet is because somebody else from another culture basically is offering you more than what Mace offered you. I mean, come on now. But again, I guess that's what the elite sector of Black excellence is all about. So, I mean, it's just, I mean, it's just hogwash. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't really have anything new for.
He's hosting the Billboard Music Awards.
This is to keep his name.
It's still not going to move the needle for the new school.
Nah, it's not to keep his name,
and it's definitely not moving the needle for our generation. So I'm sorry, but I mean, I know he's still doing his thing to some degree. He's still successful. We're not trying to take that away from him, but I'm sorry, he's just not going to get, or at least I don't see until further notice. I don't see that him getting any like significant form of notoriety above where he's at, wherever that may be.
Nah, you talking about moving the needle? That needle's in the vein right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
ain't going nowhere, bro. But in
right there,
hey, man, this thing. What if? Let me put the coup on real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
He gets R. Kelly out of jail. Signs.
Stop
it. Okay. Stop right now. You get Eric Benet, R. Kelly,
Suspect Records, bro. That's what
Dwale from Detroit, Bilal. You get Glenn Lewis. You get Carl Thomas, Lloyd, Tank, Jaheim. It's just all sus records,
man.
Tyrese, you know what I'm saying? He needed a check.
So I mean, he can sign IMX too. Just go ahead and just sign that whole squad up.
Bobby Valentino.
Okay.
Oh, DuPont. He go
Right.
Rolling those D's with a bucket full
Full
of cheese.
cheese. Right. Get your bonds on.
I'm just gonna cop anybody that ain't got no contract, and then let them hold like it's a rock bottle. You know what I'm saying?
Stop it.
That's what I'm saying, man. Hey, this thing you can get everybody half price. You know what I'm saying?
And Dollar General prices,
and then put them on tour.
It's not a bad idea.
Man.
Listen, if that whole lineup, if you told me they was headed out on tour and dropped some type of compilation album, I would be excited about it.
And they all signed a Love Records, man. You know
but well, outside of your man Kales, like Kale, I can't hear.
I was about to say, you excited for Kills, my guy?
Not my man Kales. He's got to go.
I'm excited for the
I could see Iceberg excited for Kills.
Hey man, I'm still an R. Kelly fan, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about the chart.
I know you are. I know you are.
And you go ahead
and be that guy too.
Yeah, you can.
I can separate the man from the music. That's my thing.
I can't.
That's what's up. I'm glad that you can.
I'm glad you can, bro.
Y'all better than me.
Well, speaking of better, you know, Diddy's like, hey man, let me share the wealth. He basically has said, hey, Travis Scott, I want him to be on the Billboard Music Award. So this is it. So Travis, this is gonna be Travis's first performance, pretty much. He did a little something at Coachella, but it wasn't real. But this is gonna be his first performance, especially on TV, since the Astroworld, LB's favorite event, where 10 and 9 people got hurt, killed.
Stop it.
Do you think this is going to be people are going to be celebratory with this situation? And we'll start with you because this is your guy.
Oh man!
And I got a question for Jay Kemp too. I got another question for Jay Kemp.
This is always tough for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I love that Travis Scott album, man.
You separating the man from the music?
There you go. Thank you, Jay Kemp. Jay Kemp.
No, I am not.
Oh man,
I love that album.
Just
prior to
R. Kelly didn't kill nobody.
Hey man.
Hey man, he killed some spirits, bro. Like
it might be
he
worse.
might not have physically killed.
It might be worse.
But
it might be worse.
And now a word from our sponsor.
God.
Yeah. Now listen. Travis.
Thank you, Hip Hop Easer. I give Travis a break, man.
Nah, man.
The Lucifer Dungeon.
You know what? Here's the thing. This is why they pushing this at Billboard, because Billboard is usually just.
But the Kufon 1830.
Well, this is just stuff that we know. The Billboard Music Awards is filled with essentially just other musicians. You know what I'm saying? Other people, and it's all based on what you did on Billboard. And so it's very, 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 very extremely artist friendly, this particular award show. You know what I'm saying? So this is supposed to be like a softball because the audience is going to be little. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be just basically a lot of just industry people, and it's an industry friendly.
Said the underhanded throws.
Yeah,
T-ball.
Yeah. This is getting lobbed over the plate. You know what I'm saying? And you're just supposed to pack it out. But listen,
there's gonna be some left-handed batters,
bro.
Some girls be tossing that book.
He still need a little bit more sit down time, man. You just need some more sit down time.
He does need sit down time, man.
I don't need to see you right now, man. Like here's what you should do if you call in Podfather's consultant services.
There you go.
I'm telling you, nah, man, you sit down, you can release music.
Be easy.
But don't do no videos. Let's not do this little summer concert. Right. Just release music and let some little music be out there and bubble. And that's it. And sit back, and then I'll tell you when the moment is right. It'll probably be when R. Kelly get out of jail or whatever. But
just daddy, go get him.
But nah, man, he just need to sit down for a little bit, man. You gotta sit down. That's all it is to it, bro.
J. Kim, go in real quick. Then I got another one for you. After first of all, just do you think this is gonna be he's gonna be celebrated when he gets out there?
Nah, he would not be celebrated.
Damn.
Like
no.
That. I mean,
Nope.
you know, like L said, like all this is too soon. Like
it is.
Dude need to fall back. He already had the fumble when he, did that sit down interview, which was
man.
It's the biggest fumble we've seen. Just make music, bro.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, work on your craft, perfect that. That's when people respect you.
Drop some free music.
I always bring up
exactly.
Mamba when he was going through his thing. He was dropping 81 on heads. He wasn't worried about, you know what I'm saying, all the foolishness. Don't be trying to apologize. It's over with. Make music, make bangers, make hits, and keep it pushing that way. But I don't
do
need
some
to
community service stuff in Houston too.
Facts. I don't need to see you on TV. Even
I don't need to see you doing it.
Even if you giving away gas like Rod Wave did, like do something that's gonna benefit somebody.
Hey,
you
listen,
know what I'm saying?
man. I don't need to hear about none of it. I should hear about it 7 years from now when somebody's doing an interview and they should be telling me, oh man, back then Travis was just everywhere doing community service and nobody knew about it because he didn't want them to. That's what I need to hear in like another 7 or 8 years.
Hip hop VCR acting like me with R. Kelly though.
100%, though. Hip hop.
Give out some free sneakers. You know what I'm saying? Sponsor some little AAU teams and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, them sneakers is going hard.
Give me cash. Yeah, you can give us some too.
Pause.
And then listen, man. We know that you ghost wrote for everybody, man. Just get back in your ghost writing bag.
Just get back in the lab and break the pen back. Lend your pen to MC.
There you go.
Man.
Yeah, I mean, Jack Harlow needs a little something.
Jack Harlow needed.
Drake need a little something. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm
saying?
Sanders get Jack Harlow off the OVO sandbag.
The OVO sweatshop.
He's in the OVO sweatshop right now.
Yeah, Kanye can always use the track.
He can always use a pen.
Always.
Debo, go in, man. What's good with this Travis Scott situation, man? You think he's gonna get the love? Like is he gonna be back? You know what I'm saying? Is he gonna get the juice back? You know what I'm saying?
Probably not.
Not
like that. Not like that.
Probably not, guys.
Probably not.
Is that how I said it? Like this right here?
You sure did.
Yeah, man.
You had your Dwight Schroeder bag.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't think so.
Don't see Emily in it.
I'm gonna look at it on a slightly different angle, and that's not to disagree with you brothers at all.
Put the goofy on then.
The goof on.
No, so I'm looking at like 387 separate cases, like 732 claims of extensive medical treatment filed per the date of this live recording, and really just overall 4,932 people with alleged injuries overall from the Astroworld debacle.
Look at Bebo P with them tangible.
That's why you go to his house.
So
numbers. He brought out the numbers. Go ahead.
Per the date of this recording, because those are subject to change and probably go up.
Yep.
So with that said, I wouldn't be surprised, if this was more of a call from Travis or his team to a cat like Bohemian Grove Diddy to put in the word for NBC to do that. Grove Diddy, but
Diddy put the word in.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
I guess, but I think my point in this is you're looking at like tons and tons of legal fees, tons and tons of claims that need to be fulfilled. So, hey, Rock Nation's going to want their money back. And
do you think he had to do you think he has to come out because them bills is coming? And he had that baby with Kylie.
Maybe she got paper though. Why?
She got paper, but I mean,
why can't he get
those numbers keep going up? How much?
Hey, but he can get a stimmy pack from her. She got it.
Yeah, man.
It's like Kanye got one from Kim.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She just got to write that check, but she gonna want her money back.
Yeah,
it's like Kim did.
And then ASAP Rocky said he stole his swag too.
Yeah, sure did. Sure did. He sure did.
Yeah, they just went ahead just kicking Travis while he down right now, man. Go ahead. That's what I want to see Travis do. You fire back on that. You get in the lab and you go at ASAP.
So Bebo, what should he do? Should he drop new music? Should he do some community service, kiss some babies? What?
I mean, I definitely agree with the community service, and as Elle was saying as well. Actually, Jay Camp said this too. But L kind of, added the little accent seasoning to it, and the fact that, hey, we don't even need to see you.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? It's cool that, it'd be great if you actually did it from a genuine space, the community service, but we don't need to see you do it for validation. So there's that. And then, lately, I think he's been performing, as you said, Iceberg at a club in Miami called 11. I think another one.
Shout out, man.
Yeah. And another one at La Quinta, I think. He did like 5 songs there, and like a house party in Bel Air that I think.
Oh my
who was it? Leonardo DiCaprio.
Lord mercy.
Doing some kid and play.
No, I mean, of course, it was probably more upscale, but then you got the Bel Air situation. I think that had like Leonardo DiCaprio and the Williams sisters. So, I mean, he's been making a few rounds, and the only reason I could see him do that, it's to kind of build up some paperback. But other than that, this is a disregard to the families that really are still grieving. It hadn't even been like, it was just 6 months, I think, was from the initial Astroworld situation. So, if I were him, I'd lay low, do the community work from a genuine heart space. Right. And, I'm mad at the, ghostwriting or doing the music on the, in the lab or whatever without having to show face. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if money was the main motivator to pay certain factions such as Rock Nation. But I digress.
No, I mean, so but when you're doing work behind the scenes, that's when people respect you, especially when you're putting out fire with the craft. Like we know Travis as an entertainer, as a rapper. Like you get back to that and be behind the scenes, and you go dedicated Wayne if you got to, just drop nothing but mixtapes, flood the streets with that. You'll get people back on your side because good music can make people forget some of that. Now, if you Bob Kelly, that ain't gonna happen.
Hey, you know, oh my God, Kels, man.
Kels can't do nothing.
Kels can drop the most fire song from jail, and no one is going to.
No,
forgive what he did.
Because that's gross. It's nasty, man.
Yeah, man.
and yeah.
Well, like I said, we'll see what's going
beyond
on. Man.
Erring on the side of judgment.
I think if anybody can come back, it's Trav, in my opinion, man. He's a writer.
I think he will come back.
Stuff, man, he's dope.
He can.
He just can lay low.
This right here ain't the right move. And who spearheaded it? Diddy. Once again, man. Being
why are we not surprised?
Don't need to be in. Like,
I don't want nothing spear taking Diddy.
LB said there's one common denominator.
It is, man. Every time.
Finger that.
Every single time, man, he just pops up, and you be like, "Why are you involved in this mess?" You know what I'm saying? Get him out of here.
Next thing you know, Travis gonna be rocking them kilts.
Right after that Grove visit,
he's like that high school teacher be looking for that student that's depressed and put him in that closet.
Spend one weekend with him, gonna come out rocking a kilt.
I've been through it too, man. Come in my office,
man. Goodness gracious.
Speaking about people being in trouble, man.
Yep.
Gotta talk about Bebo P's like lyric inspiration. That
kind of scared me. A picture on the right.
Count Chocula. We gotta talk about my man Jeffrey, man, Young Thug. This is serious, bro. Like we didn't even have this on the list to talk about, but then we started to understand what was going on.
The RICO,
we had to put on that. When you get that RICO,
serious.
That's ugly, man.
Man, well, this is the thing, Jay. Go ahead, in, Jay, man. What you thinking on this RICO joint, man? With Young Thug, can he get out this joint? Number one,
no, bro. Like they've been following this situation for a minute. Like when the Alphabet Boys are watching you that long, that means
2015.
2013.
Look at all the infamous people that's had their RICO. None of them have evaded that.
Casanova just pled guilty today on his.
The feds got too much on you because they've been watching you too long. Wiretaps, all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a Rizzo. I mean, I'm praying for cats like Young Thug, you know what I'm saying, and his fan base, because I know he's got a lot of fans, and Young Thug ain't like a whack rapper either. I mean, he's decent, he's solid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For this gen. So it's a sad situation, man. I mean, I hate it for him. You know, that's
But Jay
why,
Kent, why do you think our people always can't stay out the streets?
man, they just bringing the streets to the game too much, man. You gotta let that go. You gotta let that ride. Like cats gotta understand, like once you start to get into the game, it's a business. You know what I'm saying? Now you are becoming a strategic owner of your brand. And cats have to understand that their brand is worth everything, man. Your name begins to be worth more than what it was in the streets. I
Right.
don't care how many packs you was selling in the streets. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to replicate your name being known. You are a
Right.
international star. You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't just secluded to like ATL. Young Thug was on a lot of cat. You know, all them drill rappers got Young Thug on their
Dude,
album.
he did a whole project with Chris Brown.
He did a whole
He's like
project with
pop
Chris
culture.
Brown. Man, he's like, I mean, he really is like a rock star as far as like a Southern rapper and his fans. You know what I'm saying? He can jump into a mosh pit type rapper. Like that's how big of a base that he has. And like I said, man, like these dudes just don't understand how valuable their name is. It's more than an asset. Like it becomes a legacy asset. Like you pass that down to your kids, man. They can hold that down. You know what I'm saying? Like
go in, man.
cats like that need to work with Dame Dash and Master P. Like let them just school you on how business and ownership works. But go ahead.
Devon just came through with the seriousness. Now people forgot about this. This happened a couple weeks ago?
A couple of weeks ago, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Man.
Baby mama, girlfriend got shot in the bowling, like outside the bowling alley.
Yeah,
they had all kinds of stuff on him.
Oh, Young Thug's baby mama.
That whole
and Young Thug's baby mama, girlfriend got popped outside the bowling alley, dog.
Okay.
Yep.
That was a couple weeks ago.
Couple of weeks ago.
Now this thing, y'all remember when he went live and was saying the private jet pilot wouldn't let them get on the plane because of weed smoking?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
that could have been the Alphabet Boys.
You know it was. Come on, man. You ain't got to put the kufi on for that. You know it was.
Bebo, go in, Bebo.
No, I mean y'all are smoking on this one, and RICO is serious, folks. I mean, this ain't like just a walk in the park to get out of. Once the Alphabet Boys have been keeping an eye on you
for years,
you best believe they have something on you or your organization or whatever your situation is. And really, not too many rappers or people in general get out of that unless you're willing to sing.
But there's no bond either. You sitting in there for 2 years.
But even if you sing, though, they saying he was the leader, though.
Yeah, they are saying that.
They saying he was the head honcho. So
yeah, they are saying that. And if he gets pent up, I know the minimum down there in ATL for a RICO charge, if you're found guilty, is like 5 years. The max is
you need.
They say the max. Well, the max could be 20 or life, but
it can be
life.
It just depends. But yeah, they are saying that Young Thug I think had a conspiracy to murder or something along those lines.
And they're using his lyrics against him. The lyrics is crazy too.
Yeah, what were those lyrics?
If you want to be in the game, you got to shoot somebody. You got to kill somebody.
Slime season. Yeah,
man. Even in the video,
they said YFN Lucci.
Yep.
And Rollo, my guy, Rollo was buying property and letting people stay in apartments for free.
Yeah,
like they don't want that kind of money moving around, and they're also using that money for criminal activities. Also, it helps the community too in certain ways.
Yeah.
So you're doing both. So you got to get them off the street.
Yeah, but when you're still drawing attention in select ways, especially down at or areas like ATL, them prosecutors are looking at you, and particularly like with the actions of doing good for your community or people, or on the good side, or whether it's the opposite where you're doing performing music or videos and you're incriminating yourself musically, even in the music videos. So they got their eye. Oh, and even on social media, they got their eye on folks, and not just in ATL. So a lot of young rappers need to really wake the what up, man, because let's not forget, if for those who don't know, I remember clear as day, and you brothers might too. RICO started in the government's attempt to take down the mafia.
I mean, RICO was made for mafia bosses, cocaine bosses that don't touch nothing. Now they're making it street dudes.
And when you think about it in that capacity, just that alone, whoever's
70%, Devon, you dropping bombs,
right there.
70%.
I'm just saying, this ain't a walk in the park once again. This RICO situation. Once you're in a RICO situation, it's not so much about the crimes that's committed like within a recent time frame. They can scale back. It's more so it's ongoing. From whenever several years ago to current day or whenever. And I can see that's the big key. Yeah, it is. It is, and that just serves as a means to just that could serve as more evidence or more of a means to get you pent up. So, and you got like 20 something plus individuals from the YS
56 counts.
What was that, brother?
56 counts.
Right. And you got over 20 something brothers who got pent up from that. So you best believe, again, somebody might be singing.
And hold on, and let's be clear before the Podfather goes in. When you get a RICO, they freeze all your money.
Everything.
That means your mama's car payment, your mama's house, your baby mama's house, your side girl on the side's car note and house. Excuse me, apartment. Sorry, you don't get a house side chick. Everything freezes. Yep. So now everybody has an incentive to start singing.
Yep.
Right.
And Gunna just turned himself in, I think, today too. If I'm not
talking about the WNBA player? Okay.
Yeah, he did. But too, when they can put you on a flow chart, when they got a flow chart all years of dirt.
Damn.
When the prosecutor's up there and they pulled out the big whiteboard and they got
that thing with all with the string attached to your buddy's face and all. Yeah.
Bro, that's when you know it's a wrap.
Yeah, man.
Ain't nothing you can do. Go ahead, Il.
Nah, man. I mean, there isn't much more to say on this, man. It's just extremely disappointing. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, those alphabet boys, they're gonna get to what they need to get to. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And there's generally no coming back from RICO charges. I mean, honestly, you better dig up Johnny Cochran out the grave or something if you think you're gonna find a way to get off of RICO charges. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't happen. So man, it's more disappointing than anything because Young Thug, man, talented dude, he really did push the rap game forward, and he's got bars beyond all the auto tune.
Yeah,
he has a style nobody has either on the
rap. So I think that's just overall it just sucks because they decided to make those decisions that they decided to make. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm always like upset and bothered when black and brown men go to jail, man. I want to make sure that they bring them RICO charges on them dudes from Wall Street as well, because a lot of that stuff that they do ends up being some of the same exact things. You know what I'm saying? But as a lot of people alluded to, once you get into this space where people is getting murdered and stuff like that, and it has some type of connection back to you, and they following you for years, man, like you can no longer like be out on the streets.
Dude,
like
Fulton County got Michael Vick for the dog fights and you know what I'm saying? Like he went to jail for the dog fight. So my thing's like this, man. If you're gonna be in the music industry, like we in the podcasting industry or whatever, we learn everything about the podcasting industry. So if I'm in the music industry, I'm like, yo, first of all, let me get the heck out of Atlanta. Number one.
Facts.
Number two is, hey man, I need 6 degrees of separation from everybody in the hood. Hey man, y'all they just got what's my man 17, 38. What's one with the Fetty Wap.
Fetty Wap.
Fetty Wap.
They got Fetty Wap a couple times though.
Yeah, so it's like, hey man, I'm looking at Fetty Wap, I'm looking at Casanova, I'm looking at
Bobby Shmurda. Remember Bobby Shmurda served about 5 years.
Yeah. They got put up for RICO. He was talking about, with my man just killed somebody a week ago. Yeah, go to jail.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So my
Tekashi,
nigga's like,
Bebo's favorite rapper.
Well, stop. Now I will say, I was about to say, it's funny you mentioned
absolutely, Devon. They are. They a danger, man.
Devon, speaking fact, you go to Atlanta, bro. Didn't our homie just go to Atlanta and his window got popped?
And his windows got shot up, man.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And you just visiting, bro.
Just being at the wrong place, wrong time. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Shout out Devon, man. I mean, he's real. You can't go to the mall without somebody shooting in the parking lot.
Man,
no.
It's crazy.
Oh, with Nissan Altima.
And then they're gonna put you on TikTok out there.
Yeah.
Hey,
you can't go to the gas station without getting popped, man.
Y'all cannot compare. You can't even think to believe that somehow your status as like a somewhat known, well-known, whatever known rapper is going to give you that heightened status. They don't care. The prosecutors do not care.
Matter of fact, they might like that.
He couldn't get touched. You think he was like, nobody's gonna touch me. I'm from Atlanta. I'm putting out money. I'm doing my thing.
Especially when they got a case mounted like that.
I can't speak for them. I do know the prosecutors done in the ATL, in Fulton County, they don't care about the rapper status. So of being a rapper, but I'm sure that a lot of individuals of that ilk do think along those lines of, hey, look, it don't matter. I'm doing my thing. Ain't nobody gonna touch me, yada, yada, yada. And that's a wrong thought process to have. So y'all just got to be, be mindful of things like this because, we see what can happen if you make the wrong moves.
Gunna just had the #1 album in the country.
Number one, bro.
He sure did.
#1. He locked up now too.
Yep.
Yeah, the rap.
In the same jail as the dude that they have beef with. Was it YFN Lucci, I think?
Yeah.
They was allegedly they were trying to basically get somebody to pop him.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Yep.
But my thing, man, is like, dude, Gunna, #1 album. Young Thug, man, great artist, man. He's got his own label doing his thing. He's got his own brand. They locked up like Marlo and them, you know what I'm saying, The Wire, talking about who snitched, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Jack Harlow's getting like put up in the air at the Derby so his shoes don't get dirty with two niggas holding him up. Like,
yeah, man.
Extra suspect. Yeah, go
there
ahead.
It is.
What's y'all in on this, man? What y'all? It's a rapper. Y'all think he can maybe fight? Because he's only got two. Thug only has 2 charges out of the 56. He's only got 2 charges.
It's a rap, bro. They've labeled
they're gonna make one of them stick
as the ringleader. Like they've already put him as that guy. It's a done deal.
Yeah, it's done. Over.
It's hard to get out of a RICO situation. Yeah.
Anyway,
Tekashi was probably the only cat in the rap game that got out per se, but
he really,
yeah.
But he still had to do. He still had to
do time. Yeah, but he was singing like musical.
He was, and that's the only reason. And to Bebo P's point, if you sing, you might get your sentence less.
You're right. Might.
You know what I'm saying? But I think at that time in NYC, they was really trying to get certain people, and and those Snitch 9 just happened to, you know what I'm saying, get those people hemmed up.
Yeah,
Bobby Shmurda was smoking hot on the charts and all that, and music.
And he's doing a whole bunch of doodle music right now too.
Yeah, dancing a jig and shimmying and all that.
Jig and doodle and
it ain't working. Ain't working.
But Devon's right. They're not using RICO to just get details.
Nope. You get caught up on RICO,
it's over.
It's a wrap.
Do y'all think they use Young Thug as an example for everybody to calm the hell down in Atlanta? If we can get Young Thug, we can get your little dusty ass too.
Nah, man.
I'm with L.
They ain't that talented. You're giving them way too much credit.
Exactly.
Okay. I've been watching too many TV shows.
Exactly.
Oh, man. Most of these law enforcement is,
they trying to get their jersey retired in 112. They ain't worried about that.
Man,
they trying to be like Jimmy Harden out here.
Speaking of somebody needs to be retired, dog.
Stop.
Wow.
Go
go in on him, hip hop VCR.
Right.
VCR's guy.
Go
Jay-Z,
for his neck.
You know what I'm saying? Jigga Man, Hove. First of all, we just talked about this with Hip Hop VCR. We said, hey, you might be messing out a rollout hip hop VCR about bringing out the S, right? Next thing you know, a day later, Vibe magazine, a whole bunch of news outlets are talking about Jay's in the studio with Jay Kemp's favorite producer and drum track kit maker, Swizzy. New York's best producer ever, Doc.
All time.
Of all time.
Stop it. He might not even be top 3.
Top 3, man. Go in on this, man. Yeah.
You wildin' ass bird.
Like, hey, hold up, man. You got to get that hip hop VCR, man. He's messing up my swag, man.
Y'all better chill. You know, Sean Carter listening in right now.
He does listen to the Fresh Out, man.
He's locked in to us. I'm telling you.
That's why Bebo P. Scarlett's over at Fumbling.
They put up the poor guys from that one podcast that told all my business.
Put up those poor guys from the Midwest.
Yeah, dog. Oh, dang, Devon.
Oh,
Devon just went all the way.
Devon gang banging on bacon.
He went for the throat.
Dang, Devon, you dang near going RICO. Easy, brother.
Yeah, he went to RICO now. Well, first of all, let's be clear. We predicted this joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Remember in iRobot when Will Smith said, "Hey, man, I told y'all so." You know what I'm saying? What's y'all thoughts, man, on a project with Swizz Beatz? But he said they work with Nas and Kanye. Of course he gonna swagger Jack. You know what I'm saying?
Of course he gonna swagger Jack.
Yeah, that's
this is the thing.
Go to
with Kendrick dropping what he dropped, you know what I'm saying, and Kanye still dropping what he's dropping. I mean, like, first of all, I feel sorry. We're gonna talk about Kanye in a minute, but can Jay even come out with something can change the game?
Oh yeah, it's very possible.
I mean, it's possible.
It's very possible.
With what Kendrick just did. Nah, bro.
Hey, no. Let's get it clear.
Hey, man, I got about a honey, man, that he gonna say something like, yeah, they saw me on hip hop VCR, but I feel the superstar. You know what I'm saying?
You already know that's gonna be in the bar. Hip hop VCR.
I had to shut down hip hop VCR. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, you go. Let me eat, man. Let me eat.
But he gonna play it off like he's not saying his name.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, I had to shut down the hip hop VCR wasn't working,
and
so
that's,
I had to keep working.
And exactly what Devon is saying is kind of my point. Like, if you going with Swizz, like, you basically saying this is my Jordan Wizard years album. That's basically what this is gonna be. You know what I'm saying?
Man. He did drop some nice shoes when he's with the Wizards, though.
And I'm not even like it's no
baseball
disrespect.
Jordan.
It's no disrespect to Swizzy at all. But after what we just heard from Kendrick, after what we just heard from Black Star, bro, and
Kendrick come out Friday though,
and you talk about Friday. I'm collabing with Swizzy.
Nobody's checking for that. For sure.
Nobody's checking for that, my guy.
Nobody's checking for that. But here's what I will say though, is when we got 444, nobody was expecting that one either though. You know what I'm saying? And that is why I still say it's a possibility, because that was like a really good album for that moment.
But if this was like Hit Boy, I'd be like, okay.
I hear you.
We might
I'm not checking for this.
Still searching for his Hit Boy.
Well, no, he's got it because No ID is his Hit Boy. Let's just put it that way.
But he don't use No ID like he need to.
I'm not saying that he does, but what I'm saying is that when he links with No ID,
banger.
It's a whole nother space for Jay.
It's a banger, but Jay now going to end up putting Future on those type of tracks.
No, I feel you. I'm not saying
I need Quavo to write a bar for me.
I'm not saying that it's gonna happen. I'm just saying
going in on him, bro.
I'm just saying that it's possible. You know what I'm saying?
Right, it's definitely possible. I mean,
like we can't just immediately be like, nah, man, you can't do it like at all. This is Jay-Z, man. Like we talking about like a bona fide who has
swagger jacker of the century, dude.
Hey, he's a swagger jacker, but he made it work.
Call Travis. I need Travis right now. Put him on the plane.
Hey,
I mean, I'm gonna never say never. I'm with you, L. I mean, it's
hey, this thing. Possible. If Jay-Z drops a classic, the next one, he's the greatest of all time.
It just can't be when Swizzy was walking on the plane with him. They was on their way to the studio. There's no way, man. When you got Swizz on private with you, I can't see Swizz as cooking up classic off in his chamber.
Nah.
I guarantee you he don't have no classics in his thumbnail, in his thumb drive right now. Swizzy don't.
Oh my God.
Hey,
he ain't got nothing in there, man.
Defend your guy, man.
He emptied them bullets years ago.
All right,
but hey, if anybody can come back from the grave, dog, it's Jigga.
I'm willing to agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying it can't be.
Right. I know your brother said it's possible, and I agree. I mean, and here's the thing too, and I think we've alluded to this a few times. I mean, you got Nas in his bag, Black Star, like J Camp said, Czarface, Phife Dawg, Red Veil. That shout out to Red Veil.
Earth Gang put a song to him, man. I gotta give J Camp props on that.
Oh yeah, Pusha T, Cypress Hill. I mean, yeah, Jay's like, okay, I can't get eclipsed here. I got to get back in my bag. I got to get back on my game here.
Push make the album that Jay-Z was supposed to make.
If that's the case, then that's not that. Go ahead, J Camp.
I was just saying possibly. I mean, I hold Jay's ability to pick beats though in high regard, because I will say that's one thing Jay-Z typically does. He typically picks great beats. He does.
But Devon's right though. That verse was
wasn't hitting Devon.
It was skimpy, man. It was skimpy.
It did make me feel comfortable saying this is gonna be a classic. This next Jay will be after I heard his verse on that push.
We got a yay and a nay. LB says no. J Camp says yeah, possibly.
Hey man, I'm a Jay-Z fan. Let's be clear.
Oh yeah. Yes.
I can't tell
until he finds like a groove like Nas just found. I mean, this thing, like you just said, the
producer's your groove though.
Exactly. The Phife, the Kendrick, the Black Star, the Magic album. Like, dude.
I'm gonna just say this in no disrespect. He has to get off the metaphorical high horse, so to speak. I mean, I think I said it before. Anytime you call Just Blazing, shout out to Just, your DJ Premier,
you ain't never gonna let that boy go like that, are you?
Man, he's got to get back.
He called his Just Blaze a new Premier.
Yeah,
I feel you though.
I mean, and that's no dig at any. Just Blazing.
Just like Blaze it's just hey, he's a beast, but
and because in the mindset that he's been in lately, he hasn't really. As far as stellar albums, I haven't heard one at close to a roll through or at roll through since American Gangster.
Going in.
Devon is going, dude. But this thing, it's all facts. Nas is outside with Fabio Foreign and all that.
Okay.
Jay in the house, man. Watching Baby Shark do
with some Gucci flip flops on.
That's fair.
It's fair. Yeah.
When you're not outside, man, it's kind of hard to kind of get back in that groove, man.
Yeah, but I mean, he could do it though. I mean, he represented well on that.
You got to use a Cash App.
Man, he represented on that. Gosh, I just drew a blank. Who's that album that he did with? What's the album he did? Jay Electronica.
Yeah.
Jay Electronica.
I know that. But that's that.
And we all gave him his flowers.
That was a soft pitch for.
But then again, too. But that was
but that one was.
But that was like the production we kind of wanted to hear Jay on too.
Retrospective Jay.
Right.
Yeah, that was like Jay almost had to come that way.
So I think now he has to come better than that, and better than the production of Pusha T. And just like he has to come with it. If he doesn't, I don't know. I mean,
so are you predicting this is gonna be like a Kingdom Come type of album?
No,
I don't think it'll be
that bad. I don't think anything get that bad.
No, I don't think.
But it could though. It could though. It's a
if
very
he's
good
out of
thing.
touch the way Devon
Well,
saying
you know
it,
what?
and I agree with Devon.
Hell,
He's
you're
out of
right.
touch
I
a
guess
little
if he already kind of released one like that, it's possible he can go in that direction again.
But I think, you know, again, when you're seeing the King's diseases and the Kendricks doing what he's doing right now and all that, he knows he has to be in a bag. Even if he's steering in the Kingdom Come direction, he's probably gonna be the type of person to be like, whoa, wait a second, I gotta go another different direction.
Let me do a single with Justin Timberlake and Jack Harlow. That's gonna hit him.
And Wale, he's gonna have like Wale and Timberlake.
Hey, get that Fetty Wap guy on the hook, man. He's hot right now. Like, no, he's not. Where you been at?
Hey man, y'all killing Jay, man. Y'all killing him, man.
But
he deserves it though.
Jay.
We all like Jay.
He deserves it though, man. Like he like this is the thing, man. Nas is rapping circles around you right now, man. You gotta come out with something, man.
Oh yeah.
And that Pusha T verse, like Devon said, that was a dollar menu.
That was a
McChicken, man.
That was a Jordan Wizard year.
Yeah.
I feel you. I'm with all y'all. But see, I think
that was like remember when Jordan missed that dunk when he's with the Wizards and barely got out the ground. That was that Jay-Z verse.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna mention the crossover by AI.
Yeah. See, I think I hold that 444 from Jay-Z in a little bit better regard than the rest of you guys on here.
No, 444 was nice.
It was cool. It just wasn't there.
It was adult contemporary hip hop.
It was. He just needs to supersede even that.
He needs to supersede that. I agree.
To me, that joint was rolling and it was hard. If he can get in that vein, I think he can come out with something that'll hold him down. You know what I'm saying? But if he gets close to the Kingdom Come, which I think is very possible. he's in the Kingdom Come direction.
No, he did. He did drop 50 twice as a Wizard. Jordan also.
Does Jay have it in him though?
But
man?
Let's be clear though, too. Hip Hop VCR.
I think it's got one more.
He also averaged less than Jerry Stackhouse. Like let's put all this into perspective.
He said if we're gonna start talking sports, then let's talk.
The only time Jordan ever averaged less than anybody else on
translation
his career.
He's averaged less than Nas.
Average at best.
Average at best.
Average at best.
Wow.
But that's facts though. MJ did drop 50 though. Like,
Swizzy is not in
now. First of all, you know Hip Hop VCR, I love that album. I can't be talking about no 444 now.
Hey,
I mean 444
nothing bad about it.
That was a good album.
Yeah, it was. He just needs to, you know, in comparison to the stuff that's out, some of the stuff that's out now, and what's about to come.
He got
Quick
work
question,
to do.
y'all: is LeBron still the king of the NBA?
LeBron
without being in the playoffs?
No.
I mean, Giannis right now is that dude. I mean,
Giannis just won tonight.
It don't mean that like Bron ain't the most popular NBA player. That's different. But Giannis is like the best.
Giannis is the best.
So this is the thing. Let's stop talking about chopped liver, man, and talk about the king.
Let's
talk about the king running the game right now, man.
Yeah.
Kendrick's running the game, man. I'm not even gonna talk about nothing. What was y'all thought when y'all saw when y'all heard the record and saw the video?
First of all, when I heard the record as Kendrick, I mean, you knew it was going to be something that was going to be just out there and it was going to make you think. Because I had to run it back twice because I actually missed Kobe. I missed the Kobe face like when I first, because I was listening to the Barge, you know what I'm saying? So I missed the Kobe face the first time. But each transition, he kind of referenced something from each individual.
Crazy,
and it kind of made you think. I mean, it was so crazy, man. It was just like when we was talking about the joint with Kendrick and Pusha T, when that cat broke down Kendrick's verse, what everything meant in the verse. It's the same thing with this, the Heart Part 5. There's always a message, man, and the way that he can deliver that, just man,
right?
It was crazy, man.
It was a breath of fresh air for me, man. But B.O.P. go in, man, because I know you wanted to cry when you heard the record.
Man, I still got to run that back, even to this day.
Oh, you got to.
In addition to the folks whose faces he's, turned into, was it Ye, Iceberg's favorite cat, Jussie Smollett,
Juicy.
Will Smith and Nipsey and Kobe. One thing that I noticed in addition to all that, and some of the breakdowns of those transformations on the visual tip is, it reminded me of what D'Angelo did with How Does It Feel? Because
with that one shot,
the one shot deal, and just how you nailed it. And that was the other thing that I thought about, just from beginning to end. There wasn't any breaks or anything like that. So
it was poetry, man.
It was
the crazy
poetry.
thing that he did is he said something about being off sync, and he actually stopped. Actually, his mouth went off sync. It was crazy, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's a lot of subliminals in there. I mean, you really had to really pay attention.
You really do. You really do.
I mean, when he said the part about you just got out of your bid, man. You go home and try to get some weed and get killed. Like, that hits home, man. That's hometown, man. You know what I'm saying? But LB, Power Father, go in real quick, man. Go in real quick.
Hey man, this is like you said, refreshing, man. It's it's refreshing to hear some bars. It's refreshing to hear the track. It's refreshing to see a video that's not focused on girls, cars, and cash. Like it's just like when we think about this, it's just refreshing, and it's still somebody who is relatively young, you know what I'm saying, in the game, with respects to people like Nas and Jay and stuff like that. Although he is like older, he's not like old like them, you know what I'm saying? So when we get like just somebody that is younger in the game and just does all of this, it's just refreshing, man, because if you were a person who grew up and saw the evolution of hip hop like firsthand because you lived it, and you see all the directions and all the tentacles that have sort of like come from the rap game and hip hop game and all of those things like that. One of the things that you always like to see is you like to see it when it comes back home too. You know what I'm saying? Right. And Kendrick is one of those guys that he always brings it back home. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Which is that I'm going to bar you. I'm going to give you these lyrics, but I'm going to give you good production. I'm going to give you just good music. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think sometimes guys get so caught up in everything else that's going on as far as social media and this and that and the third, that some guys forget to come home. And Kendrick never forgets that. You know what I'm saying? And he not only does that with his bars and lyrics and visuals and things like that, but he also does it in a way because it's still like just a good and a fun song to like listen to. Like, so even if you just have it on in the background, like you'll still be bopping to it. You know what I'm saying?
Will. And it's that Marvin Gaye sample, man, that just kind of took it home too, man, because even on that Marvin Gaye record, it was like, I want you the right way, but he was killing it. So to put that same energy on top of that.
Yeah, man. Just absolutely bananas, man. So anytime you can get somebody that can give us a bop, man, but can still give us lyrics and still just do all of the things that make you really, really, really love hip hop, man, you just be like, yes, you know what I'm saying? And this guy is doing it at
everything
at peak level, man. He's at the pinnacle, man. He's up there, and he's gonna stay there for a while, man. And it is absolutely bananas, and to everybody you should be like going crazy that you living through this man's like peak, you know what I'm saying?
Well, let's be clear, if you're watching the show live or on the replay, we got a little circle right here, and this is technically supposed to be his album cover. And if you listen to the lyrics, it said that he was talking about kids, my kids, plural. He's only got one at the time. So basically the cover basically is showing that he has a new kid supposedly. And he also said wife, which possibly that could maybe be his wife. Who knows? But either way, this is supposed to be the album cover. But again, what was your thoughts on maybe a bar or just a certain part of the record that just made you go, just go crazy?
Man, so many, man.
Sheesh. I could really talk about each transformation that he did, and per verse, and just give you guys what I gleaned, but that'd be a whole show in and of itself. So
absolutely.
Devon's right too, man. The no gimmick thing, man, was just and thought provoking, was really serious.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll let you brothers go, and then because of all of them, I'll break down what I got from the last verse.
Well, I'll jump it off, and
okay.
I'll even just start with just his opening line, man.
Ooh.
He just comes in, he says, "I come from a generation of pain where murder is minor." You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
and just even starting right there, when he opens up, it's kind of like a movie where they get straight to the explosions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh man,
you go straight to the car chase.
Yeah, you straight to the car chase, and then you get back to the rest of the stuff another time, man. That's kind of what this opening was for me, man. To just say hey, I came from a generation of pain. I like that what he's doing is he's setting you up for everything else that he's getting ready to deliver and talk to you about. And to open up with just that line, you immediately know, all right, man, dial in, lock in, it's time to go, because this man is ready.
He took you on a journey. It wasn't a storytelling record, but it was storytelling, man. It was crazy.
Crazy. Yeah.
The thing I can say real quick, L, is the video made me see how dope black men are. You know what I'm saying? How
facts
we are, man. And sometimes we don't get props from outside cultures, even some of our own people, man, even sometimes our own women, you know what I'm saying, don't give us the props, man. But just seeing how influential heterosexual black men are. I don't know about Juicy, but
you know about
mine
Juicy?
is Juicy. But
nah, keep going.
But even the whole, even taking it back to Jay-Z when he was like, I'm not black, I'm OJ. You know what I'm saying? And having OJ in the joint was crazy. But even also the whole Kobe and Nipsey thing, man, just losing those dudes, man. And you don't have their vision. If you knew what they were doing before they passed, you damn,
man. Yeah.
I guess for me, man, it was the verse that I put. I think it was the third verse that I put in the group chat. Where he was like, ninjas going to work and selling work, late for work, working late, praying for work, but he on paperwork. That's the culture. Point the finger, promotion.
That's when he had that yay face transformation, and it reminded me of the spaceships joint on that College Dropout.
Yep,
man,
that's exactly what it was, man. And that wordplay there, that's the one I had to go back and run it back. I'm like,
that was serious.
What this dude just said, man?
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
Wordplay, just
I think, man. I mean, for me, all of it was just beyond dope. I think maybe the most. Well, I don't know if I'd say the most, but at least what comes to my mind is that absolute last verse where he turned into Kobe and Nipsey. I think it was maybe, and I want to emphasize, maybe the most personal verse where he was essentially admitting that he had put a lot of work in for the culture while making his fair share of mistakes along the way, but with that positive intent, along with changes in school curriculums and community changes for the better. What comes with that is what people don't see, and that's the daunting pressure behind closed doors. And he even admitted to staring down the barrel of a gun in that verse before realizing that he needs to change himself before he can change, other people or other situations in mass.
That's real, man.
It was very retrospective,
while
man.
Still right. While still contributing more to the fans. So I think that's what was kind of retrospective for me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we could go down, other things such as when he transformed to Will Smith, and then it was the hurt people.
Yeah.
And then the transition to the verse.
Jada was like, this man, damn it.
Right.
I'll beat this pussy up disease.
Oh yeah. And if you don't listen, you'll catch it because he stayed in that Will Smith state
for over the hook.
Yeah. What that hook say, Iceberg?
For a minute, man.
Yeah, that hook said, "I want you to want me too."
Yeah. I won't. Because he repeated it. I won't.
But again, go back to the original sample. Marvin Gaye was talking about, I want you the right way, but I want you to want me too.
Right.
And he had the wheel face on, you know what I'm saying? Like it was a lot, man. It was a lot, man. It was a lot.
He actually
even with the Smollett thing, real quick, he had talked about I want to represent us, and then he had talked about being in Argentina and a body of water being separated. So I took that as kind of like a metaphor of like a lot of folks that say they want to do something, but you know, for black people,
I'm the gay Tupac.
Yeah, a lot of people say black this. Yeah, he could have had Diddy up there if he couldn't think of Juicy, but but I mean that whole video, you could dissect so much from it, like with each listen and each view of that. Man, that it is poetry. So
let me get your prediction real quick. Let me just get your prediction real quick.
Okay.
Two questions, Rook. Will it be a double album? It comes out Friday, so we're gonna talk about it on Saturday. Will it be a double album? And will this be his Forest Hill Drive?
For the audience, let them know what you mean by his Forest Hill Drive.
That was J. Cole's
Top of the Mountain
album.
There you go.
Like that, there was a roll through. That was his best album. It was a roll through, classic, back to back bangers. Will this be a roll through his pinnacle album? Because Damn was cool.
Damn was good.
Banging. No, Pimp and Butterfly was banging. But will this be his pinnacle album? And will it be a dub?
It's possible on both accounts. You know, it's possible that I think it could be a dub. You know, he's had 5 years, just like the Wu-Tang Clan from the 36 Chambers to the Wu-Tang Forever joint. That was 5 years as well. And, you know, that double album that the Wu-Tang cut was a classic. And that's a very hard thing to do as as somebody who creates a double album. There's only three. What's that, brother?
Jay-Z failed with it. He didn't make a good one.
Right. I mean, only Big Pac and the Wu have been able to successfully craft a classic double album.
But in the world of streaming, what is even a double album anymore? You know what I'm saying?
That's like true too.
Like what becomes a double album?
Look at the songs though.
Yeah,
look at the streaming world.
Yeah, Wikipedia. Yeah, look at the track list and Wikipedia will tell you too. I mean, I know.
And I'll probably take a different approach to that.
Go ahead, brother.
I don't feel like Kendrick has put out a bad album. I think all his albums have been roll throughs.
Right.
And I'll start, even though Overly Dedicated was not technically an album, it was a mixtape, but it really was an album. It was like the first project that people like really, really heard. To Section 80, to Good Kid, Mad City, to Pimp a Butterfly, Damn. I think all those are roll throughs. Every single one of them. Like, those were like all road trip albums for me. Like I rolled through each of those. So it's almost like, will this one be better than the best out of that bunch? It's possible. I mean, it probably will. It probably will be, but it's going to be tough because he's already got so much.
If the album sounds anything like this, man.
No, I mean, but to say that this is going to be but I think he has more than just one classic, though.
Yeah, so no. I'm not saying it's not. He doesn't have them. Will this?
I know you're not saying that.
Will this be the best out of all?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I say it's going to be hard. Because to Bebo's point too, when you think of like, you know, Wu's discography, they first two
classic,
classic, like which one, or even like Bone's first two albums, like which one you gonna say? Both are classics. So even if this one won't be as good as some of the other ones, it can still be a classic. That's basically the only point I'm making. But it's a good question that you asked, because I think this one will be the best of the bunch, though. I'm predicting that.
Then Jay's really gonna go back in on this stuff.
LB's guy Joe Budden said he's jealous of Kendrick.
Yeah,
he should be.
Yeah, I mean every rapper should be jealous of Kendrick.
Yeah, he should be.
Every rapper should.
And let's be clear, this is his last album on TDE. You know what I'm saying? Then he goes into PG Lane full time, working on that. So I think this album is I think he's gonna end it off just. It's gonna be like you know how you started with Good Kid, Mad City, I think it's going to be the end story to all that. Now him growing up being a man, because he started as a kid.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? When he first started, I think this is going to be his transition into the new label, manhood, fatherhood. You know, you name it. I think it's going to be a solid adult contemporary hip hop album.
I'm glad you said that too, Iceberg, because that's what all his albums have been. They've all been a transition from one phase of his career or one phase of his life to the next.
Lord willing, we gonna go in Saturday, man. Talk about the album. You know,
I hope so.
Real talk before we get up out of here, man. What's the flyers of the week for y'all, man?
Yeah, I know we way over. I'll be quick with mine. I'm gonna go with Pharaoh Monch. Since I can't go with none of my Black Star guys, because I know we've all named them already. Flowers. But I gotta go with Pharaoh, man. I feel like Pharaoh is from that same ilk, that same era as Mos and Talib.
Get the fuck up,
Pharaoh, man.
So Pharaoh with the complex rhyme flow.
Yep.
The bars has always been ridiculous, and Pharaoh has put out some great solo albums too, man.
Yes.
They might want to go back and run those back.
As an artist, put your hands in the sky.
And that remix, Bebo, with Bust and Red.
Ooh,
crazy.
I might listen to that tonight. But I want to get my flowers right there. To Pharaoh, though. Shout out to Pharaoh, man.
Yeah, peace to Pharaoh Monch, man. Just classic dude right there, man.
Queen's finest.
Oh no! Put your hands up.
The back door.
L, that's you, brother. You can go, brother.
Man, this is a tough one, man. I've been
wow.
The WNBA player. She looks like a WNBA player or assistant coach.
I'm gonna take this a little R&B real quick, man.
Go ahead, man. Get in the bag.
I'm gonna
get your Diddy bag. All right, getting your love bag.
Nah, I'm gonna give a shout out, man, to my man Sean Stockman from Boys to Men. Right?
Oh yeah.
So I love Boys to Men, but I always love Jodeci better for sure when I was coming up, man. Right? But man, what Boys to Men was able to do was just absolutely like bananas crazy. And if you go back and listen to their harmonies, man, like they harmonies is tough before auto-tune could even
only unraveled by Bone.
Man.
And my favorite person out of there is my
that's
man,
gonna be
Sean
tough,
Stockman.
Devon.
You know
that's
what I'm
gonna
saying?
be tough.
Devon's gonna make us go for 2 hours, man. We gotta talk about that on Saturday, bro. That album is crazy though. I think he'll put that on the
that's gonna be tough.
We gotta go in on that Saturday.
Yeah, for sure.
Ain't nobody gonna outbar Black Thought either. But anyhow, go ahead, L. Sorry to cut you off.
Nah, that was it, man. I just wanted to shout out my favorite member out of Boys to Men, Sean Stockman. I think he's a cool dude.
Nice.
And he's an OG now. Crazy writer, and he just be giving back to a lot of people and really trying to help them out and everything like that.
Oh yeah,
and you see him being like a real OG to a lot of these other people in the game, man. So
he is. I think he started a label a few years ago.
He did.
Yeah. But you just see him on interviews and some of these music shows and stuff like that, man. And he's always just very down to earth, very practical. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, shouts out to him for sure.
Yeah, shout out to him and Boys to Men, man.
Yeah, man.
Man, I'm gonna go. First off, I told y'all last week out there I was planning to head back out west for this week's flowers, and that's where I am. So I'm gonna go with San Fran on this one. Matter of fact, the Fillmore area, because some weeks back or maybe a month or so ago, my flowers went to Mac Mall. Today it's got to go to his boy JT, the bigger figure. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him.
Yeah,
man. He's credited for like being he's not really credited at least as much as I think he should for being one of the hardest working in hip hop. I mean, because he's put out he's produced for like hundreds of people, or rather hundreds of projects for people, hundreds of projects. Fig Panorama, you know what I'm saying? He ain't nothing to sneeze at, man. He's got like 15 solos, 15 collaborative albums, 7 I think about 7 mixtapes or so. And he's, like I said, he's produced for over 100 projects. So, you know, Fig Panorama, hey, he's doing his thing. He also he's in his real estate bag. He's got a, Trapflix TV on YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe and check that out, man. So he's doing his
and
thing.
that is a great show.
It is.
Yeah.
By the way, he also is credited for discovering the artist The Game. So don't sleep.
Now that I didn't know.
Don't
You
sleep.
dropping some gems today.
Yeah. I think they cut like two like projects together.
Okay.
I think they did. I forgot the names of them. I might have to look that up, but they cut like a couple projects together. I mean, I think it was maybe more along the lines of mixtapes or whatever, but yeah. They worked together significantly even before Game went mainstream, and JT's still out there doing some things. So shout out to JT, the bigger figure, man.
That's what's up.
Iceberg. JT, the bigger figure.
Von say from the Bay, man.
All right.
Hey, let's be clear. The Bay got some of the most beautiful women out there.
Absolutely.
Let's be
Some
clear.
of my favorite artists came from the Bay too. I mean, that's what we jam.
Oh yeah, peace to San Fran, peace to Fillmore. So if you know, Devon. If you know, brother.
If you know, you know.
Sorry. Hey, with Sus Daddy being on the list today, man, I got to do a like a combo.
Got a family out in Berkeley, so I've been to the Bay a couple of times.
With Sus Daddy being on the list, man, I got to do a little combo, man. Hip hop, R&B, man. I got to give some love to my man RICO Love. Started out as a rapper with a sign to Usher, and then times was hard. He was like, "Hey man, here's the beat, man. Write something." Next thing you know, he's on the Confessions album, getting Grammys. Wrote for Beyonce, man, Pleasure P, Jamie Foxx. He wrote the Hey Daddy, and there goes my baby. Wrote that joint. I'm saying? Wrote for Diddy, Tank. You know what I'm saying? Putting a lot of new artists on, man. Like putting a lot of women on, a new female artist.
So basically, you're saying he blessed Usher.
He blessed us.
Yeah, he did.
Usher blessed him. He blessed him back. Paul.
Blessed him back.
Blessed him back. He wrote the Energy record for Carrie Hilson. Okay. Like I said, man, the RICO Love is to me, he's a Kanye that doesn't get a lot of props, man. He's really dope, man. Really good dude. If you don't follow him on IG, man, it's very inspirational, man. So again, shout out to my man RICO Love, man, holding it down. Milwaukee,
Absolutely.
Harlem.
Shout out to RICO Love.
You know what I'm saying, man? He does his thing, man. You know what I'm saying? All day.
Yeah.
He did some type of Big Crit too, by the way.
Shout out to
Big Crit, Rich Boy, Jermaine Dupri. He's been doing his thing, man.
He's
for a minute.
He's been a staple on Crit's albums too. I mean, shout out.
Did some work with T.I. too, man. Heavy hit in the game, man. RICO Love's he's that dude, good cat, man. You know what I'm saying? Holds down Miami, man. You know how we do. Any shout outs before we get up out of here, y'all, man?
Shout out to the peoples, man. Hip Hop VCR, Devon.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all for rocking with us.
100, North Carolina.
Content. Mike 100, North Carolina, absolutely. Nightmare, Los, Les Dog. You know what I'm saying? The squad. Everybody, man. Just appreciate y'all, man. Hope y'all stay safe. Actually, shout out to the mothers. Hope everybody had a good Mother's Day weekend.
Yeah, man.
We hot off that. So, my flowers, man, to the folks.
Yeah, let's just all continue to be safe out there. In addition to everything that J Camp said, get those ACs cranking. If you got central air, and please respect those who have left this world, folks. I mean, I'm seeing more and more online disdain against someone Fresh Out just spoke about last Saturday, and it's disheartening. It's just not really, that energy that needs to be out there, and we just need for more consideration of any grieving family. That has nothing to do with anything outside of, their mourning a sad moment in their lives. So I hope that as the days go by from this day moving forward, that we'll see, less vitriol from any space of that like, and more progression in a positive fashion. Salute to y'all. Hit that subscribe button, like button, and notification bell. Thank you all so much for checking us out here, Fresh Out.
Yeah, man.
Podfather, it's all yours.
Take us home, brother.
Take us home, LB.
Just to the people, man. It always is, So just keep showing love. Everybody just stay safe, man, and try to keep a little love in your heart, even when it is difficult. I know it is.
Not the Diddy love. No.
Not that Diddy
not
love.
That Diddy love.
Not that Sus Diddy.
But keep
that Grove Diddy.
your spirits in the right way. You know what I'm saying? And I promise, hey, if you put good things out there, man, it always comes back to you, man. So
absolutely.
Let's just all be like that where we can. And there's some people in some situations that you got to dodge. That don't mean that you got to like
it's a lot from a distance.
Yeah, you ain't got to punch them in the face. Sometimes you just got to go the other direction. You know what I'm saying? So
you ain't got to Will Smith nobody. You just,
yeah. Everything is not for you. What's for you is what's for you, but not everything else that's out there. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, just leave with some love if you possibly can, man. And let's just bring it on home, man. Shouts out to the fans.
Hey man, again, Hip Hop VCR, Devon, man, all the fans, man, holding it down, man. Y'all been going hard in the paint on the views. Yeah, we appreciate all the work, man. All the time, just kind of hang with us again. Fresh Out, man. Every Wednesday, 9:30. You know how we do us. Bebo P, Negro P. He'll be the Power Father, man. Hey, we out, man.
Holla.
Peace.
Hold up. You're now listening to Fresh Out, the world's most dangerous music podcast on the OMG Network and RawCynic.com.